Hello folks, once again back with more Doctor Who. This is episode 2 of Doctor Who Flux, War of the Sontarans. Very excited to check it out and see some Sontaran action and more answers, potentially just more confusion. Have to wait and see. We got distracted with Animal Crossing, admittedly, in the run-up to the episode starting, so you're getting one of these haphazard, very unprofessional introductions again. Apologies, but what can you do? You're here for the episode anyway, let's be honest. So yes, very excited after a very strong opener. I thought I've rewatched it and lots of questions, exciting things to kind of explore. So we shall see how much of that is the case for episode 2 and what they get up to. But yeah, let's get into it.
I feel like my foot's closer to the mic today, so I'll try not to.
Don't kick it. Hopefully nothing too surprising happens.
Oh. That doesn't look good, does it?
It's a Tim Burton movie. Who could it be?
Oh boy, Russians!
Bet it's Daleks.
Rather not. Okay.
Well, sure.
Nothing better to do. Oh.
Hello?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Dan Ho. He's being Back to the Future. Oh, that can't be good.
You'll go into your own subplots, my friends.
Oh, it doesn't look very good with the lights.
And there's no door.
Oh.
Which also doesn't help, really. Oh! Oh, well done, soldiers.
You're right there. He was so easy to shoot. Yeah, frying pan time.
Oh!
Oh.
Where the hell have you been?
I was kidnapped by a dog, alright?
Oh.
Oh, and you're also here. What would the doctor do?
That's gonna get killed.
That's exactly why I'm here.
Oh.
That's what always happens.
Yeah, ended well for Clara, didn't it?
Sontarans live for war. They're a clone race. It's what they're bred for. It's their entire history. And they're very, very good at it. They also have weapons beyond
Just
war.
saw them miss Dan. Close range.
They're good, but every time we see them, they lose.
Russia is
Ah. It's not good.
Sontar.
no China.
Rice pudding and hard liquor
Unlimited rice pudding.
was ambushed by a circular propellant. Cannonball in the back.
Oh!
Let that hurt.
Ouch.
If we release you, will you relay this information?
I accept your offer.
If you don't know it's there, it's impossible to spot. Want to give it a go with me?
Well, sometimes just staring at this hand floating in midair.
I request mercy.
Oh.
Request granted. The mercy of immediate execution
Oh.
be upon you.
Ah.
This is our planet. These are our dogs. What else you want to do? Sit at home and complain? That's what he normally does.
Romance.
Yeah.
Romance. Romance.
Yeah, I think so.
If the glory of broken time shall run unstoppable.
Which is
Are we just watching Loki?
If you have any words, now is the moment to keep them to your
Kill him.
execute.
Oh, they did.
This planet has defied us ever since the great Commander Link's first status
Oh, hey.
ground of its feeble
Yes.
shell.
The best Sontaran.
So much conflict, so much opportunity, and also I wanted to ride a horse. Stand me
his
down.
eyebrows.
there will be no
I'm
battle.
trying not to, actually. Although I'm not one to talk.
All of humanity.
Oh.
You little bitch.
Oh.
Oh my.
That's quite a few, isn't it?
1, 2, 3.
Wow. Come on, boys.
I'd pretend to be shot in the...
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh well, I guess I'm out of it.
Whoopsie. Sorry.
And the end Doctor Who. Well,
Oh,
well,
dear.
well. I was wondering when you would turn up.
I remember this. Passenger.
Oh, hello. When it's really busy at work, your manager's in the office. Oh, no. Oh.
madness that even works.
I know.
Straight back out again.
Still not climbing up.
Where's yours?
I don't know. You speak first.
I don't understand any of this.
Well, neither do I.
What resources do you have?
A walk.
Why have you got to walk?
Me mum thinking.
Oh!
He's joined the Zoom call.
I was just looking for the parrot. Imperial Sontarans. Walk right out of here.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. If that's the last thing you ever say, Dan, that's fine.
Just looking for the parrot.
I hope next we see him is just him walking out. Like it worked.
Next week, he's just dead on the floor.
Your hands are free.
Okay.
You heard her.
Oh.
Stop doing that before they can tell us information.
Shall I repair?
Oh.
Stop, you don't know what you're doing.
I think he does.
Oh.
Hey! That's his human, bitch!
I don't know what to do.
Evidently.
During said rest cycle, they
We
all
killed them.
activate.
Basically. I really wish we could see Sontarans without the
And
suits on.
substitute them with
Could you
Why
imagine
would
how...
you want to
Well,
see
because we've
that?
only ever seen them on Earth in these suits.
Good.
Like, what do they look like outside of that?
I don't care.
They look really tiny, and it's just their heads that are big.
No.
the ships aren't just
Like a Fall Guys man. with
No,
skeleton
don't give me
inside.
that.
So the they will all enter their ships simultaneously. While they're inside, we will have
It's a bit of a design flaw, isn't it?
5 minutes to drain their supplies. Might need some of your men to help.
Fortunately, they're all dead.
6.9 minutes left.
Okay.
He didn't seem very happy about that, did he?
No, I'm not pleased with that look.
Same.
What do you think of doing? I'm taking off.
Okay. Why not?
Hit the road, Skak.
Okay, bye. Did.
That look. Oh no, that leads to the incinerator.
Oh.
Well,
Oh. What's he doing? He's gonna blow everyone up.
yeah, kill them all.
Oh.
This is for my men that I got killed.
Yeah.
They were retreating!
Turns out that man
roast
was the star.
potatoes.
You wanna go?
No.
No, I need to go give my mum the walk back.
Time is beginning to run wild. Could really harm the TARDIS.
Oh.
Need a short-term repair.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Don't come near.
The full force of time will blast through them. How many seconds will their bodies be able to take before they die, Doctor?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Talking of time. Doctor
Okay, that was episode 2. What did you think?
Yes. I think
Yeah.
I think it's given more questions than it answered, especially in terms of who Azure and Swarm are and what their plan is. I guess, if anything, this one was the one or so far felt the most like its own episode.
Yeah.
Because it very much felt like here's the enemy, here's how we're going to solve it, basic story, which is fine. I think I don't know how. So obviously in the present day, when they're sending the time ships back, they destroy them, which creates the thing and wipes them out of history. I think they say, don't they? I
Sure.
think it was out of history. So I'm like, do we really need to faff around in the Crimea War if that was going to be the case and they could just wipe them out from there and then whatever? So it felt kind of like the Doctor being there was a little bit unnecessary, especially considering like she didn't really do much in terms of stopping the Sontarans. Like, yeah, she said she was going to send them back, but if Dan and if they've already got rid of the Sontarans in the present, then they won't be there then. And even then, if she just sent them away, it still leaves the issue of Russia not being Russia and being Sontar,
Yeah.
which doesn't really get acknowledged after the whole, oh, there's Sontar on the map. So I think there could have been more work done to the Crimea bit to make it feel a little bit more relevant, other than just saying, hey, here's a famous person from history that we're going to put in this episode. But saying that, I do think the Doctor was also great in this episode. Again, showing why she's why she's the hero of the story, as is the title. I think Dan was good in this, holding his own.
I love Dan.
I think he's very wholesome.
Yeah.
He's doing his best, and he's like nothing's phased him so far. He's taking everything in his stride. It's very interesting to see what happens with Yaz now that she's like in that thing. So it will be interesting to see what happens there with her and Vinda, and what the Swarm's plan is. I guess it's more a case of he's going to disrupt time. I'm thinking it's like Loki when they break the circle and it all splits off. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, it's very much to that effect, isn't it? Because it's mucked up so much. That's what's happening to the TARDIS. So that makes sense, I suppose.
And then that can also maybe come into how the Doctor might be not, the fugitive Doctors might not be our Doctor because they could be coming because of this event.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes. I do think this might be a case of being the least... I think I enjoyed this less than... Overall, less than last week, I think.
Okay.
Although I did enjoy the stuff in Liverpool more than I think I did most of last week's.
Right.
So if we had more of the, like... The Liverpool stuff present day with Dan and, all that kind of stuff, I think I'd have enjoyed it. Don't forget the Victorian man was also on the Time Planet.
Yes, he's got.
So
to
why
do
is he
with
there?
that yeah, they did. I'm looking forward to seeing like why they ended up in certain places and exactly like what happened.
Why did the
there.
TARDIS throw them away and then why did they get sent back again?
Yeah.
Is that the TARDIS doing that? Is that someone controlling it? Is that maybe the season's going to end and Yaz is going to be like in charge of time or something? I don't know. Thinking like Rose in the Time Vortex where she scatters them and puts Bad Wolf through time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Yaz controlling and putting them wherever they need to be.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It'd be interesting.
But those are questions we're going to wait 4 more weeks for,
Another
I think.
months to answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting, and I'm excited to see where we go next.
Yes, I really enjoyed this one actually. I actually appreciated how more cohesive I think it felt. I'm glad it didn't like have the woman and the angel in it again.
Yeah, it very much felt like it was one story.
I'm glad it wasn't loads of stuff. It was cool, like Carvinist showing up and stuff. It makes a lot of sense because he's obviously still supposed to protect Dan. So I liked how that all kind of got him out of that little situation. And I really enjoyed the Sontarans in this. I think they looked great. So that was cool to kind of get them in a proper story again. And like they're some of the villains, I guess, because obviously Swarm and Azure are doing their stuff, and Passenger, who's just there.
Who's
I'm
who's
here
that
now.
guy? Where did he come from?
Yeah, so maybe,
Is that going to be Diane or turn out to be Diane? Maybe
that'd be
because
interesting. Yeah,
they took her, didn't they? And we've not seen her come
she
back
was like,
again.
"Oh, we're gonna have fun with you."
Yeah, so maybe that's who Passenger is. That's my
Maybe.
first thought, at least.
That would be quite something.
Buffed her up a bit, but yeah.
But yeah, just put a mask on her and off you go.
Gave her a falam again.
Yeah, maybe Diane actually was one of them all along. They just
Oh yeah.
we'll
maybe.
have to see. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see all these elements, and there's still so much that hasn't been explained.
Yes.
But I do feel like okay, yeah, it's slowly but surely making sense of like what's happened to the TARDIS and stuff like that. And now Vinda is with that gang, so he can kind of get explored a bit more, I suppose.
Unless he dies.
Unless he dies. That's just it. That's your mark on Doctor Who.
Oh,
Enjoy.
okay. Bye.
But yeah, I like that aspect of the things coming together, and obviously Victorian man Williamson is also there.
Yep.
They're probably just hiding behind a pillar. What the hell's going on
Well,
here?
I can only assume that, like, that temple links to the tunnels he's digging, is what makes me think that
Yeah, there must
that's
be
how he
something
got
like that.
there.
Yeah.
Because there's no planet called time or whatever. Maybe Earth is time technically. I don't know. We won't know for weeks.
We'll see. But yeah, I liked all the supporting characters I got. I really enjoyed Mary Seacole. Thought she was cool. I mean, the general guy was just there to be a general guy who causes nuisance and doesn't listen to the Doctor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's always like, well, the Doctor doesn't want to actually kill the Sontarans, but so we have this other guy who is going to kill them because that's the solution people want to see.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I mean, I think I'll rewatch it, but maybe they don't say that it'll be wiped from history. Maybe it's just from Earth.
Yeah,
and maybe that's why the writers want to get rid of the Sontarans properly and not send them back to where they've just been wiped out. Maybe, but I thought that if they said from history. But I might be wrong, and if I am, then we'll talk about that as well.
Yes, we shall see. What else was going on? It didn't feel like an hour, which I do appreciate.
No.
I like that because sometimes I'd be like, well, okay, when's this going to end? So that was good. I like Dan's parents.
Yes,
they seem very sweet.
Yeah, I didn't even think that would be who they are when they were showing like promotional imagery.
Yeah.
I just didn't think.
So that was fun that they kind of showed up and
helped out.
Gave him a walk.
Yeah.
Dan, I think Dan was the highlight of the episode for me.
Yes.
I loved the scene with him. The Doctor kept saying the same things.
Yeah. And when
Where are you? How did you get there?
Trick the Sontaran and saying, "There's your boss."
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And then tried it again.
Tried it again when the morph came in. That was so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw him as that's Dan. I didn't see him as John Bishop this week. So that's good. I'm kind of getting used to that. So he was a big highlight for me, and I really enjoyed the Doctor in it again. I mean, Yaz was on a bit of a back burner just because that storyline didn't get as much as
I think
Sontarans did.
It will next week. I think.
Yeah. So I'm intrigued to see how they're going to resolve that cliffhanger. I mean, I thought that in the last one, but I feel like they didn't really resolve.
They just
that.
went, "Oh, we're
they're
back."
here.
Yeah.
You got out of it. We don't know how, but you did.
Yeah.
So maybe they just do that again. And
I think I'll have to rewatch it and see if they say, but I think it sort of implies that they did get into the shield beforehand, but the TARDIS like threw them back because they're obviously outside the TARDIS when they get in.
Yeah.
So, and maybe that'll get explained. Like, you know, maybe if Yaz is going to be whatever, she does control them and put them wherever. Because why does the TARDIS not have doors until that one point? Was it something to do with the Flux? Was it the TARDIS like trying to protect itself from something?
Was it the episode having 5 minutes left?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think it would be more interesting if like the Doctor had to find a way of time travelling back without the TARDIS, maybe. But that's probably too much to like pull together and put in.
Yeah. But I think it needed to show like, okay, the story is moving forward a little bit. I feel like I got that.
Yeah.
So I did very much enjoy that aspect of it. I do like that it wasn't just set up like the first one kind of had to do.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I did feel like I could breathe a bit more with this one, whereas the last one I was like, I don't know anything.
Yeah,
I mean, I still don't know anything,
things, yeah.
but I felt like we've got a few little things and
people getting cut off just before they're about to deliver some
the little
some good dialogue,
pyramid,
which I think is going to happen throughout. I think because that's just that happens a lot in Doctor Who in general.
That's just how it's going to be.
It's like the whole Cinema Sins saying that they're playing the pronoun game, where it's like, oh, you don't know him, or like, oh, just instead of saying what it is. Which is a cliche, not just for Doctor Who. It's in every kind of film or TV show. It's fine. I can deal with it. It's hammy, but it's necessary.
Yes, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one yet again. I'm looking forward to rewatching it and laughing at some of those moments.
Yep.
I feel like I laughed a lot, so I missed a few lines. So I'm looking forward to rewatching those, and just to see if there's any more bits and pieces that I missed. It felt very like, oh, this is actually what's going on at the end. Then we're in this temple of blah 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 blah. That these people you've never heard of are ruling over, and like they're pretty important considering we've never heard of them.
Well, I mean,
so I'm looking forward to seeing that get explored.
That's the other thing is like I kind of think that I'm like, oh, but we've never heard of them before. But then again, I think to the Loki parallel, we never heard of the TVA until the Loki TV show.
No,
so
because they didn't know they were going to do it until.
Well, exactly.
It's just one of those things.
Exactly, and that's why I don't think things like this should necessarily be thrown at the show because people can't plan that far in advance for a TV show that has lasted almost 60 years.
Yeah.
So it's fine to add things in that haven't appeared before.
And the whole point of the story really is this whole like lifetime after lifetime the Doctor doesn't know about. So there's going to be stuff that we just don't know. So.
Yeah, which I think is
fair. I'm intrigued to see exactly what that all means. Because it felt like they almost thought they were giving us some answers with that. But I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So delving into that history whenever we get answers about that and exactly what Swarm is
hopefully
and Azura, etc. Yeah. We'll see. But there's obviously a big history there, as we saw in the last episode, and they said, Swarm and Azura are rough translations of their names, which is interesting, because I'm sure that's going to be a cliffhanger reveal or something at some point.
I'm the... And then it ends.
I'm... Who could
The
it be?
Swarm.
just Swarm.
No.
Yeah. So they've Google translated their names.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued. You could have easily just been like, that's their name. Fine.
I'm Blaine. Blaine fell forts Passamade. No!
After all that, they're just a Dean. That'd be absolutely hilarious.
Oh, I'd love it. People would hate it, but I'd love it.
I'd be right with that as well.
Oh, God. Imagine.
Yeah. So I am excited to see where all that's going to be taken. But another very strong episode for me. I think I enjoyed it more for... It just felt more cohesive, and I feel like it wasn't throwing everything at me. I feel like I could just watch the next one and not feel like, oh yeah, I need to rewatch that and get absolutely everything. I feel like I got everything out that I probably needed to.
Yeah.
Which I certainly didn't feel with episode 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to get some time and action.
They were
see them just get floored by a wok time and time again. That was never not funny.
By multiple times rather than just the one.
Yeah, and then just blown up in both time zones they're invading. So yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I look forward to seeing where all this goes with that cliffhanger of him just going to Yaz's face.
And
I'm
then
gonna do it, and then just the doctor
the
goes.
thing opens in the head.
Yeah. Oh god, from the long game. Yeah.
Turns out Azure is Adam.
Swarm. Yeah. Swarm. They're both Adam.
Yeah. No, that's the battle they've had.
Swarm is Adam, and then Azure is Adam's mum.
Oh,
Comes
could you
their
imagine?
big revenge after the long game.
What a twist.
That'd be quite something. Swarm is Chris Buxton. He's just playing a different role.
Yeah.
I didn't say I'd come back.
Yeah, I didn't say I played the doctor.
But yeah, I'm excited to see the next one, and hopefully, because obviously that'll be the halfway point of Flux, we'll probably get some big revelations at like the halfway mark and everything.
Let's hope so.
But yeah, I'm intrigued as always. Very strong episode yet again. We're obviously going to do more of a deep dive on Connor's channel at some point. So when that video's up, I will link it. So go and check the description of the reaction to episode 1 because I've linked it in there. But yeah, we will see you next week for Once Upon Time and more confusion, probably. Until then, see you next week. Bye.